Good day, billionaires. I'm Monet Oliver DePlace. In a rare change, Washington was a love fest last week as Congress prepared to go on summer break. Bipartisan deals were reached, dreams realized, politicians reaching across the aisle, shaking hands and making good on promises. I'm talking about corporate cronyism, of course, and oh, what a week it's been. The House passed CAFTA. Bush slipped John Bolton into the UN as a recess appointment, and Congress finally passed the energy bill that Dick Cheney and Ken Lay wrote up 4 years ago in the White House. I'm only sorry Kenny isn't here with me to celebrate. We're thinking of you, pal. But even a billionaire or two in prison can't dampen the spirits of this party, especially those of us who have ties to Texas. Because boy, is the president's home state making out like a bandito in this one. Here to tell us more is Ivy League Legacy, reporting live from an offshore oil rig in the Gulf of Mexico. Ivy?
2 words, Monet. Yeehaw! The party's been on since the break of dawn here in the Gulf. The recently passed energy bill is a $14.5 billion extravaganza for big energy corporations like ExxonMobil, ConocoPhillips, and Archer Daniels Midland.
That's terrific news, Ivy. Is that oil rig behind you sinking?
Oh, yeah. Last night Sam Bodman got wasted and challenged the COO of American Electric Power to a wrestling match, and, one thing led to another.
Sam Bodman, the Secretary of Energy?
Yeah, he's funny when he's drunk.
Isn't anyone worried about the rig? That'll cost a fortune.
Nah, we'll just cash out on the insurance and set up a new one. Thanks to this new bill, we get massive tax breaks for 400-meter plus drilling, and we don't have to pay government royalties, so it makes better business sense to let the taxpayers subsidize our rigs, insurance buy us new ones, and consumers keep right on paying record prices at the pump.
Texas Republican and House Representative Joe Barton says this 1,700-page bill is, quote, very balanced and based on the free market with appropriate government oversight.
Yes, that's true. It's the perfect balance of free government subsidies with unprecedented market profits. Huzzah!
Just how did this huge victory for big business come about?
Easy enough, Monet. This is about democracy. Oil companies like ExxonMobil and utility owners like Southern love our kind of democracy. So much so, in fact, they've invested $367 million over the past 2 years working right there in the halls of Congress to see this legislation through. But participating in the system isn't just patriotic. It's good for business, too. Today, this relatively small investment pays off with almost $5 billion in tax cuts for big energy. We should just put political science and mathematics in the same classroom, cut to the chase.
I notice much of the profits in this bill head south to Texas. It can't hurt that Bush, Cheney, House Majority Leader Tom DeLay, and House Energy and Commerce Committee Chairman Joe Barton all live in Texas.
You guessed it, Monet. It's the new Great American Pipeline, and it goes straight from D.C. to Texas. But seriously, critics need to pipe down about all this talk of Texan favoritism. Cheney used to live in Texas.
Speaking of Cheney, was he there at the party?
No, he's keeping a low profile. But I know, he's innocent, and Rove too, and John Bolton's the perfect man to improve the UN. And John Roberts is a wonderful Supreme Court nominee.
Ivy, you are magnificent.
Stop it. Oh, listen, I've got to run. Exxon's chief exec is making Jell-O shots, and there's going to be a Spot the First Oiled Seal contest. For the Big Business Minute, I'm Ivy League Legacy, reporting from the hard-partying Gulf of Mexico. Monet?
Thank you, Ivy. Well, folks, that does it for another edition of the Big Business Minute. Stay up to date on this and all your billionaire news at billionairesforbush.com, and tune in next week for our in-depth look at the new highway bill in pork. It's really what's for dinner. I'm Monet Oliver DePlace from Billionaires for Bush, reminding you that we're all in this together. Sort of.